There we are. Hello, hello, hello. I just had a stressful situation, so I'm not in the best of the moods at the moment.
Just having a low energy day.
I am just having a no dinner day.
Mm-hmm. I have crackers. Do you want a cracker?
No.
You didn't think so? Well, I'm polite, so I offered.
We didn't even decide if we were talking about anything in specific today.
No. I forgot it was Monday.
Hey, ShiAnne, it's Monday.
Whoa, are we going live?
Yep. And negative 1.5 minutes. Oh, you want to see the screen?
I have to be able to read the chats.
I hope that my computer's staying plugged in. That would suck. It appears to be. It's got an eyeball with 2. That means there's people here. Hi, people who are here.
Hi.
I'm very excited today because Angela got her journal that she won from me, and the second journal for that got
Lori.
That Lori got in. Lori, right there, Lori. The second journal got put in the mail today. So hi, Izzy, and hi, Lori, and hi, other Lori. And yep, we're here. So I'm kind of in a stressed. I was trying to buy something at Walmart right before we came, and everything in me told me not to go to the person that was available, but I didn't want to hurt her feelings, so I went to her anyway.
There was another person available next to her.
Yes, there was, but I knew that I would hurt her feelings. And it ended up backfiring, and...
Oh, backfiring so big.
Yeah, so I'm still trying to recover, still trying to relax, trying to... What does it say? I don't have my thing. Looks like Angela came in.
Oh, yeah. I didn't see that one. Hi, Michele and there's an R instead of an S. That's funny. Ryan. I like it. I'm going to use that name.
One of your books.
Uh-huh.
Y'all doing fine, drinking her water. I don't mind. And working on crochet. And she got her journal today. And
that's exciting.
Lori's got put in the mail. Uh-oh, Izzy can't see anyone else. It was in the scheduled stuff. I didn't put it on my, as a post until a couple minutes ago. So I don't know. Yeah, I actually got to go talk to Walmart about stuff because it was just really weird. We ended up not getting the thing that we went to buy,
and yet she got a receipt saying she paid for it.
No, it didn't say I paid for it. It said I paid for some Xbox card with cash. Yeah, I'm confused about it, so I've got to go in and...
Okay, that's even more confusing.
Yeah, so I don't know. It was a big mess. Anyway, yeah, Lori, are you feeling better?
Yeah, Lori.
How's the weather been? Is the bot working, doing its thing? Hi, Janice. Did you see my little video today?
I did not. What was your little video today? Oh, is it the one saying that? Oh.
The one, yes.
Okay, you told me about that. We love the sleeping.
Ooh. My son slept until almost that late this morning. And then I was like, dude, we have a meeting at 11. Get up.
Meeting?
Yeah.
Huh. I slept until like 2.
Ha ha. So I've been wondering where Pleasant Grove, Texas was. Apparently it's by Dallas. Grove, Utah. Dentist. I need to go to the dentist.
What?
Apparently Camille's going to be seeing the dentist on Thursday.
Spooky. I actually don't mind the dentist. Except that one. I didn't like him very much.
All right, let's see what Lori's weather is like in Denver. 66, we were 62.
Mm-hmm.
And we had 5-mile-an-hour northwest winds, and she's got 9 miles per hour northwest winds. No wonder she's got
16%.
Our humidity is 29, but humidity doesn't matter. It's the dew point that matters. It was pretty nice. Went out without jackets and stuff. It was pretty nice.
I went out wearing this thick jacket because our house is cold.
That's your problem. Our house is not cold.
It is for me today. With all the other stuff I have going on.
Let's see what Chef Lori's weather is like. Ooh, she's a degree colder than us. Her wind is blowing 1 mile faster than us.
Oh.
And her humidity is 4% lower than ours. Like I said, it doesn't really matter what the humidity is because
you would not know that there's any humidity.
That's not. See, the humidity tells you how much water is in the air, but the dew point is whether or not you can feel the water in the air because that's the temperature at which you can actually feel any water. And since our dew points are horrible here.
Horrible.
We are always dry. She sleeps. She has the patio door open at night to get some cooler air.
I'm actually having a patio.
When did we had a patio for you? Oh, I guess when you were 5.
Were you mistaking me for Amy?
Yes. She just doesn't remember it because she was 2 when we moved.
I remember vividly. I called it the stage.
Because you were 6. You had errands. Yeah.
Did you actually run them or did you walk?
Or did you drive and walk?
Yeah. Nasty traffic. Oh.
I was taking my son to work today and was going to go turn at a spot and couldn't turn there. And so my son was late for work because I had to go around.
The longer way.
Because, yeah, I wasn't very happy. Oh, yeah.
Oh, we have a thing for...
We have a thing for our website.
Discount.
Yes.
Fancy.
I know. The books, the journals are cheaper on the website, but they take like 2 or 3 weeks to get there. And the...
Chef drove.
Oh, good. All the things that are sold on Etsy are cheaper on the website. And if you want it faster, then still order the books through Amazon. Because then they're only 2 or 3 days versus 2 or 3 weeks. So that's how it works. What else? I had thoughts and all the thoughts are gone.
Oh no. Come back. Yeah.
Oh, hey, guess what we're doing?
It worked.
It's not the same thing.
It's still a thought.
It is a thought. Are you going to put up the live for next Monday so I can promote it? Yes.
Oh.
I will do that basically as soon as I make the picture for it. I was going to say I usually schedule it like as soon as this live is over. I schedule the next Mondays, but I realized we need a special thumbnail for it. So I will do the live, do the thumbnail, and then put it up tonight. But I will send you the link as soon as I have it, or I'll tag you. Either way, you'll have it probably before you go to bed tonight, unless you're going to bed really early. But ShiAnne and I are doing a thing.
We are?
What are we doing?
We're on live.
And what else are we doing?
Talking to people we don't know.
What else are we doing in our lives?
I don't know. You got your pass for the
Yes,
canyon.
I would love a Bitmoji of you because I got Bitmojis of ShiAnne and me. So if we put you in there too. Oh, actually, is your Bitmoji attached to the phone number I have? Maybe I have a Bitmoji with you. I could get one with you and me in it. I don't know. What's our thing? What's our thing?
Fine. I don't know. I know you got your canyon pass, so we go to the canyon. Very old. Oh, we're learning an old language.
We're learning a very old language.
Had to ask me while my brain's in the fog.
We have decided to learn Old English.
I've been wanting to anyway, but then it came up and you wanted to as well. So we're going to start speaking Old English.
Yeah, so we're learning Old English and I'm geeking out and it's great. We are business owners. We've done official things to make it official.
We're probably going to put some Old English on our business.
Ooh.
That would be fun.
Pig Latin. Oh nay, ig pay atten lay.
Okay.
There was another language I remember using more with my friends when I was a kid, but I don't remember it now.
You used to Pig Latin at me, and I would just stare at you because I had no clue what you were saying.
I'm thinking Ren Fair English was probably more Middle English.
That is Middle English.
Old English is older and it sounds
German.
more German. Sounds very Dutch.
It is legitimately another language.
Yeah. The closest language to it currently that is still alive. The closest living language to Old English is Frisian, which is from Frisia Friesland, the Netherlands. So,
yeah,
I'm assuming that learning Old English would probably make speaking Ren Fair Middle English pretty easy.
I already find it pretty easy.
Yeah.
I need to adjust some
grammatical. You just have to put an E on the end of most of your words.
So like Italian.
Shop. Which in Old English would probably be shoppe. Shoppe. Probably is actually shoppe. I don't know. I do know
I remember Holt.
The word
oh my gosh. Sister Holt.
Yeah, their families must have been around trees or something. Holt in Old English means forest or grove of trees or something where there's a lot of trees. And we know somebody whose last name is Holt. So their family probably comes from trees. We come from trees. I gotta go tell Shala, hey, Shala trees. And she'll be like, what? But I was going to say where. What's the word where mean?
Man.
Where means man. And the word werewolf, I don't know exactly how it came about, but I know werewolf actually comes from Old English.
I actually knew that. But I also did a lot of studying of werewolves for a book Once Upon a Time. It's not called Once Upon a Time.
It's not Once Upon a Time.
No,
that's a TV show.
It's a TV show. I'm hoping to actually get that book finished by the end of the year and publish it. Probably self-publishing.
We have the platform.
Exactly. And then they could all read it. Well, what genre of books do people read? Or do they read? Do you read?
Oh, yeah. Hey, what kind of books do you read if you read? Do you read?
What do you want to do now?
Is that Old English to duel?
That was so perfect. That was so good. Oh my gosh.
That's funny. I've been finding out where, like, our verbs, like I am, you are, he was,
We were,
all those come from Old English. And the be verbs like be, been, being, those come from Old English as well. And so now they actually make sense to me, whereas they never made sense before.
We know how to say bear.
Bera.
Bera. Oswald Bera.
Yes.
And that's a book.
How was the maiden? Maiden.
Maiden.
Something like, oh, and shape. That's sheep. And we're allergic to shape.
Shape. I actually have an app on my phone that I haven't even tried yet.
That one.
I was busy last night.
The Frisian one calls sheep skeep. Skeep. And
I would like to skip the skeep.
Skip the skeep. In Old English, they're shape.
Bera.
Oswald
Bera.
At shape.
It's so interesting. When I speak more Germanic languages, I have this like stop in my throat for things like bera or bera. It goes ha, bera.
I don't know if that's right or wrong.
I don't know. It just like it stops in my throat.
It's still new language to us. We started learning it yesterday.
Yeah. Because of a cooking video.
So we're watching a cooking. I don't know if you guys have heard of Sorted Foods. They're a British cooking YouTube channel.
That's so funny. They're so funny.
Some of their videos are hilarious. Some of them are a little bit boring, but like there's enough hilarious ones. Yeah, because you're like, this is boring, and then you start doing something else.
I start doing something else during the funny ones too, because you're watching them on your laptop, not the TV.
And the TV's too far.
Actually, I can't have my legs up if I'm watching.
I was gonna say something about
the video.
Oh yeah, so we were watching Sorted Foods, and they had a cooking challenge. They have some of their people are chefs, and some of their people are what they call normies. They're just regular people that are learning to cook. And they had a chef and a normal cooking from a old medieval book that was written in Old English. So they were trying to decipher what it said and like see that was boil. And they didn't know that was boil, but
I did. That's why people say that they're seething mad. Boiling mad.
Yeah. So that got us curious, and then we started looking it up, and now we're learning.
What was the word for eggs?
It's like air.
Yeah.
I only remember that because the German word is Eier.
Which is why I asked you.
Do any of you guys know languages? Any language besides English?
I do. Not fluently, but I know other languages.
You know some French. You know some Italian.
I know a little bit of Spanish.
You know a little bit of American Sign Language.
I know a little bit of German.
I know more German.
Du bist her.
Du bist her.
Du bist hell.
I know I'm learning German on Duolingo. I'm now learning Frisian and I'm learning Old English. I might pick French back up again. I've been kind of wanting to start picking French up again.
If you do, I will too.
My problem is that I don't like switching back and forth on languages on Duolingo.
I don't like Duolingo very much. Like, it's okay for learning some vocab, but
we need a different way to learn French then.
Actually, Duolingo helped me with my conjugation.
Some Spanish and a tiny bit of Russian.
I know brilliante.
I don't know. I don't think I know any Russian. I know how to say I love you in Finnish.
Niet.
I do know niet.
Brilliante and niet. Those are the two words that I know in Russian.
Sometimes I think it would be very smart to learn Spanish. There's plenty of people that speak Spanish.
I know enough to understand if somebody is insulting me.
I know Tortuga.
We haven't told them about the Le Pontu.
Le Pontu.
Le Pontu.
I was the anniversary winner. Thank you. I'll send you an email. Yes, I was very excited. But I didn't want to tell you here. I wanted you to go watch the little video. So congratulations. I still have Linda's package. Because that's actually why we went to the store. We were looking for pens because ShiAnne's been making something special to go in both of the packages.
I did it for all of the packages you sent.
We didn't do it for Lori's book, but we signed in Lori's book. And you have plenty of art in there.
Yeah.
And we didn't sign Angela's book because
a little heart. But that's part of my
sending
signature.
it to Angela would have cost more money than Amazon, so I just sent it through Amazon. Which
There are children screaming.
There are children screaming outside, and you're welcome. So, Lori knows a little Spanish, tiny bit of Russian, and a lot of math.
That is a language.
Yep. I took a junior high Spanish class.
You did?
I did. And that was the class that the teacher was like, you're too quiet. I'm moving you to the back of the room to think that it would make me talk louder.
It doesn't.
It made me talk less. And then I took 2 years of German in high school. While ShiAnne was taking French in junior high, I was learning French. I did learn a lot of American Sign Language. I was actually studying to be an interpreter before my brain decided to be stupid. Probably adrenal fatigue or adrenal shutdown, most likely. And I actually can speak some math. And I'm doing Duolingo German right now. We're learning Old English and Frisian. And we're going to learn, or probably pick up French again, which she took 3 years and was really good at it.
Took
4 years. She took 4 years and was really good at it.
I took French 3 twice. Which is why that teacher was very impressed with me, with my pronunciation and stuff like that. What I struggle with is anything written. And I struggled with conjugation because it didn't make sense the way they were explaining it, which is actually what Duolingo helped with. Is it approached it in a different way and it made a lot more sense.
That is something I'm thinking will help with the Old English, is having multiple resources that we pull from to approach it from multiple angles.
That's one of the things that guy said that I wrote down.
Oh.
Another thing is to be familiar with different ways of pronouncing words, and don't get too attached to the way you pronounce it, because it's just going to stress you out.
So instead of I think ichi is I, but if you said iche, don't get upset with yourself or get all stressed out if you're pronouncing it right or wrong.
It'll also help you recognize it if other people pronounce it differently. You'll still understand the word.
Ah. I still would like to.
Mal de bon versus mal de bon.
Those are slightly different because you're
the same word.
They mean the same thing. They're just one is
kind of
it just takes out
proper French versus practiced French. If you actually speak French, you're probably not going to be as particular about how to say things.
There was a video I watched on sign language where a guy, he was a deaf guy, he's showed you, this is what a new ASL student does, and he shakily signed this sentence, and then he's here is what an interpreter would say, and they sign it more fluently but still very proper, and then here is what I guess deaf, there was 2 levels of deaf, and one was pretty much signing kind of like the interpreter but a little less, or a little more casual, and then full on long life deaf, whatever. No, it was coda, a child of a deaf adult versus deaf, and the coda had a little bit more vocabulary, and then the deaf was just the least amount of words to get the message across, basically. But I feel that's the same with all languages, the way we talk versus somebody who's learning to speak English and they're being taught proper grammar that most of us don't even use.
On TikTok, there have been a lot of videos recently about German people coming to America and speaking English, saying their English isn't very good, and then they use all these big words, proper grammar, and all of the Americans are you speak better than me.
I don't think that way. I just realized that growing up with it, we have shortcuts. We have our cultural influences. We
thank you versus thanks. It's a shortcut.
It's very informal versus formal. So I don't know.
I never got answers about the book thing, I don't think. What do people read?
Oh yeah. Do you guys read? Lori doesn't read today because Lori has a migraine.
Yeah. Relatable.
I used to read a lot more before my eyesight went bad. Now I'm so I do a lot more audiobooks. I enjoy listening to them. Okay, got it. Got your email. I will look at it later and reply and get things ready. Yay. Actually, I'll look at it now because that's fun. Ooh. Okay.
Woohoo.
I'll let you know when we've got that in the mail.
Oh,
hopefully tomorrow. Hopefully tomorrow, but it might be Wednesday. But we're getting there. All right, what you guys working on? Crochet, knit, sewing, anything else? What are y'all working on?
I made progress on my book a little bit. Not the book that I mentioned before, though. That's the other book. But not the other book.
I feel like I have been kind of lazy but I haven't been. But I feel like I'm lazy because I did not do anything with yarn yesterday. Like, so I didn't work on tithing projects at all. And then today I haven't done anything yet with yarn. But I know that I did things.
You cooked
Saturday. I did
yesterday.
cook a ham yesterday. We haven't had a ham or potato salad. I made potato salad because I haven't made that in a very long time.
With that one, I am still kind of stressed out about what happened with the potato salad.
It is what it is. It turned out fine.
It turned out great, but I still think about my mistake.
Well, you brought it up. If you want to tell them, go ahead.
I overboiled is one way to put it. I forgot I was boiling potatoes, and all of the water evaporated, and then my brother started smelling burning. Luckily, it didn't burn very much, so I could cut off just the little bits that burned. What?
I'm not even going to try to pronounce them.
Strasvich or something like that. And then previous is, I know that one.
We have a friend that would know because she's from Russia. Irina.
Oh yeah, she's not my friend. But I know her. My friend was from my junior high. Her name was Juniper.
She was from Russia?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
She stopped having the accent. She cut out the accent from her voice because people kept making fun of her for it.
Oh.
Yeah, I was pissed, and she was like, I wish that I hadn't. But as a little kid, what are you gonna do? She came over to America when she was little.
Honestly, it probably is good now because things are so weird. It's probably less accent. Probably
I
better.
hate that people make people stop speaking their own language, using their own accents because they're so mean.
My grandma, between being raised in farming Utah, like on farms in Utah.
Utah has farms.
Yeah. And they had more of them back when she was a kid. Between that and being raised by her grandparents who were from England, she had kind of little phrases and stuff that were more English. And my aunt kind of criticized her out of them. So she stopped saying them. And the only one that she said after that is that she would ask us if we'd et. Have you et?
Have you et?
Have you et yet?
I love that.
And I have heard them on Sorted Foods. They say et.
Привет. I know that one. I know that word. I forgot it was Russian though.
Armchair Chef has been listening. Lori's been listening, writing down the notes for her wind spinner and getting the yarn. Gonna work on that tonight. Is that one of your quick and easy projects? Because I didn't go look. I think that's one. I'm a little frustrated with myself. I keep starting videos for like Lori and all these people. I keep starting videos, get sidetracked with something, and then I never come back and finish the videos.
Do you need me to come and body double for you?
Oh, I need to like put them on while I'm doing something else, like in the kitchen or something.
Like washing dishes.
What does Janice say?
I'm working on a bunny. Have the feet and ears done. Ooh, rabbit feet. That's good luck. I watched the Supernatural episode with the rabbit's foot yesterday. On the brain. It was a cursed rabbit's foot. Gave you super good luck while you owned it, but as soon as you lost it or somebody took it, your luck would turn the opposite and you would die within a week if you were lucky enough to last a week.
That's awful.
They destroyed it.
Wow. See, that's why I don't
not
watch
before
that
Sam
show.
lost his shoe, though. 'Cause that's a really funny part.
I wouldn't know. I really wouldn't know. All right. Besides Angela, is anybody drinking their water today?
I have my water here. You can see how much I drank. Most of that was to take painkillers, but that's besides the point.
Okay, Lori says she has a bunch on her watch later list, and if she watches them, she removes it. End up watching some a few times until I see them.
That's relatable.
There's been a couple that I'm like, I have no clue what I just watched. But according to those people get the hours though, right?
I've done that with Simon Colby's videos. Totally zoned out while watching them, and then I had to rewatch them.
So now you're in the hospital.
Good job, Janice.
Good job. We like drinking water. I've been drinking water too. I'm actually trying to figure
I
out.
was sleeping most of the day.
I want a water bottle that is skinny, like Life Water or Smart Water bottles, that has the smaller lid that I could take these kind of caps and screw on. And so far, I've only found
But
one.
that are glass.
Well, I found one that was plastic, but it was like plastic without all of the things.
Oh, I didn't know they made that.
But it's like this one that's like the center scrunches. So it's not like all hard, so that you can fill it up and it's super sturdy and lasts. It's like for hikers and stuff. But then you can scrunch it down to store it when you don't have anything in it. Apparently, it's supposed to stand up straight when you've got water or air in it. The problem was though is when you went to drink it, you had to like do this thing where you rested it here in order to drink it, and that was probably my biggest thing where it's like no.
That's no. Where's my phone? I need to look that up.
I don't like Propel water. You like Arrowhead Sport Water. I just drink Life Water and Smart Water. I can't drink like Nestle, Arrowhead.
Oh.
A lot of them have
I just have to look at the
a lot of them have corn in them, or corn in the plastic. I don't know why Life Water and Smart Water I don't seem to have the problems with like I do with all the others.
I don't know, because it's 100% recycled plastic.
But there's something different about their
I don't know.
stuff.
I like Life Water. I don't really like Smart Water anymore. I used to.
Yeah,
But then I found Life Water and I love it.
Life Water is my preference of the two. The alkali water, I think, is in a skinny bottle.
We want a more durable bottle.
I want like a reusable.
And it's not
I
really
just want a bottle. I want
these.
like so I'm not using the plastic.
If you leave them in the car, it's bad.
Yeah, I would love glass if it's not too heavy. Or I'd be okay with like steel or stainless steel or titanium or something like that. That's fine. But I also still want it to be able to put these sports
I'm not as
caps
particular
on.
about what the top of it looks like.
These are I won't drink through the straws. I don't like the ones that pour out too far. This is just the right size to give me enough water.
I just want something that's spill proof and it's smaller and lightweight, easy to carry.
Yeah.
That's why I like these. I'll use either cap though. I also do like straws. But I don't like the ones that we've gotten.
Hiram.
Lollipop. The metal reusable ones, I don't like those. They're big, they're heavy. They're hard to clean too. We want something easier to clean.
I want something that's reusable and easy to clean.
Reusable, easy to clean, lightweight.
That I will drink from. That is my biggest thing, is finding something I'll drink from. Actually, I did okay with my 1 cup. I just didn't like that because it would spill.
Yeah, you didn't like that because the cats kept knocking it over, specifically Hades.
Well, I didn't like it before then. I know that was a typo, but that's funny. She has to take a little rest, but she'll be bacon.
Oh, now I want bacon.
It doesn't say bacon. That's just the way my eyes read it.
No, it says bacon.
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 I like bacon better. You're going to be bacon. When you get all better and out of the hospital, you'll be bacon.
I like that I pronounced the Russian words pretty close to accurate.
I can only say Mina Rakistan Sinwa, which is Finnish for I love you.
I love you too. That's English for I love you too.
Whoa. I don't know the words in Old English except for ichi.
Now you gotta learn that phrase.
Ichi something. I can tell you this, I can't use ChatGPT. Do you know why?
Because it keeps wanting you to make your own sentences?
No, because I keep using up the free amount, and if I wanted to do more, I would have to either have to wait until the next day or pay them money.
I really don't use that very often. I have used it occasionally to see if I could find like lash glue, nail glue that I can use. Actually, it says that the magnetic eyelashes I should be able to use because they don't use an adhesive. They use magnets.
The Dollar Tree cooks or hooks?
I didn't know the Dollar Tree had cooks.
The Dollar Tree has a lot of things now that they're no longer $1. Izzy says she's already fried up, so bacon works.
This is making me hungry. We haven't eaten yet.
We haven't ate yet.
However, I'm also becoming nauseous and having a headache because of the beef smell.
I should find out about the Old English word for hook.
So you can be a hooker? I'm not sure if they could hear that through my sleeve.
Could you hear her? Cooks.
My phone is dying.
Don't do it. What?
Did you tell her to make some biscuits that don't have beef in them?
No.
So I'm gonna have to make croissants.
Possibly. Let's see. Hoke. The Old English word for hook is hoke.
Yes.
So there we go. Get your crochet hoke. Actually, the word crochet is the French word for hook, which is why I wanted to know what the Old English word is. So hoke.
What does your mom do? She hooks.
She's a hooker. That's actually teacher Lori's like when you can drop your channel, like I have hook, hers is hooker 247.
If I don't remember what I was gonna say. Dang it! I remember the other thing I was gonna say. Once upon a time, somebody told me that I could make a lot of money as a stripper.
What would you be stripping?
Wood, maybe?
That's a lot of chemicals.
Yeah, I wouldn't be a stripper. It sounds bad for my health.
She
changed it?
Oh. Did she change it to drop? Because everybody was typing drop.
Drop.
Oh, it's hooks now. Yeah. I chose hook because I tell people to hook that subscribe button. So I figured I might as well just put hook in there and then tell everybody else to hook this person's subscribe button. Blah, 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 blah. Ugh. Maybe YouTube didn't like it. Or Nightbot. Maybe that's why Nightbot's been so sassy with her. Ooh.
Conspiracy.
It's a conspiracy. Okay, here we go. 8 ball.
That's funny. Nightbot just said April.
Oh, I was already typing it. Now it feels wrong. You can drop your channel by tapping hook in the thing. Sorry, Lori is trying to help with your migraine, but Nightbot says ask again later. Hook that subscribe button. Ooh. Don't do that. The biscuits smelled good, huh?
Yeah. Until the beef overtook it.
I can't smell the beef.
I can.
I don't know if she used both things. I don't know if she thought to make some without the hamburger.
I doubt it.
We do have your other kinds, the croissant ones. Croissant.
I don't know what else I'd eat, though. Because we don't have any bell peppers. Because the bell peppers at Walmart were scary.
Scary.
Those were terrifying.
The potatoes were gross and scary, too. The potatoes were all wrinkly.
I don't even know how to describe the bell peppers they had. They were brown. Like, they had brown spots on them. They were wrinkly. They were kind of deflated. And I stopped looking after noticing those 3 things because I was getting scared.
Wow. Those should have been weeded out.
I couldn't even find any asparagus.
Yeah, their asparagus has been so limp lately anyway.
I didn't even see it.
We'll have to go to Smith's. Oh, we forgot to get some while we were at Smith's. That's where we saw the purple and white. We might have to go back there and visit my cousin.
I liked the white ones. They were sweeter.
Have you ever heard of white or purple asparagus?
I hadn't. Did you eat someone else's food?
No. She didn't eat anything. I didn't eat anything.
No, neither of us have eaten yet.
We have not had dinner.
All I've had is these animal crackers from the other day.
Because we did go to the store after Animal Cracker Day and get some animal crackers.
I was kind of insistent.
I did not eat them, though. Well,
I had one.
I had one of the frosting ones.
I don't feel like those can be called crackers. They must be called cookies because they are frosted and they are so sweet. Yes, white is grown covered up without sunlight.
Oh.
What about the purple ones?
They're sunburnt.
Like me in the summertime. Except I have sunscreen now. The only sunscreen I can use that I've found. And at least it smells good. Smells kind of like
I have never seen purple or white. Yeah.
Yeah,
I said it
purple or
right.
white.
I'd never seen purple or white asparagus until we saw it at Smith's a couple weeks ago.
And I tried the white one. We didn't have money at that time for purple.
Yeah, so she had to pick which color she wanted to try. And then we'll have to go back and see if they have more and let her try the other color.
I like green. I like white. So far, those are the ones I've tried.
She can eat a rainbow Oh, if you get purple ones and eat the purple ones, you really can eat a whole rainbow.
So I have
Wait.
something red like strawberries because
Yes.
I have to have like orange or yellow with bell pepper.
Yes.
Because it's hard to find the. I guess carrots are orange.
Yes, you could do carrots. I like carrots.
What would be blue?
That's the problem. Because most of the things that we think of for blue are actually
I could make
purple.
blue cookies. What?
Do you have a asparagus pea?
I don't know what
I
that
don't
means.
get that.
Are we just sheltered?
Probably.
I mean, I have been a
live in a
hermit
bubble.
for the past 6 years.
Every time I say asparagus, I always think of either Gus from Psych or Gus from Cinderella.
I think of both simultaneously.
And I call it asparagus.
I think of Gus from Psych speaking like Gus, or vice versa.
Gus. Asparagus.
I love both of those Gus's. This is making me extra hungry now. I really want a bell pepper.
We can go to Smith's when we get off of here.
Okay.
I'll buy bell peppers if they have any good ones.
Because I eat mostly vegetables right now because my body prefers when I eat mostly vegetables.
The reason we
So I
stopped
went vegetarian.
going to that Smith's for a while was everything went super moldy.
Yep.
But I think that
I eat them fast enough now. That
well, I also think that because they've done a lot of cleaning and rearranging there, I think whatever was causing the problem was probably meant to.
With my sense of smell, I'd be able to smell it.
Yeah. Okay, really? When you eat
asparagus is a strong smell.
Oh! Like, when you eat asparagus, does it affect the smell of your... You don't smell it? There is something that I've eaten that I can smell.
If I eat like 3 bags of broccoli within a month without any breaks, then I will smell like broccoli. Just in general, I will smell like broccoli. I started eating carrots again recently when you started buying them. I tried one because I know I used to like them as a kid. And I was super unhealthy for a while, so no vegetables tasted good, but the carrot actually tasted fine. It's just a little crunchier than I'm used to eating.
You could steam it and it wouldn't be crunchy anymore, and steaming keeps most of its flavor.
I don't know. I like eating raw vegetables when I can. I cook the asparagus in the air fryer with garlic and onion powder and a lot of salt. I use a lot of salt.
She also cooks potatoes in the air fryer.
Oh, potatoes. I love potatoes. Some would joke that that's my Irish ancestry, and that's just rude. Because that's a dig at the potato famine when that's all they could eat.
I don't think our family was over there during the potato famine. I think we'd already migrated here before then.
I don't know. We'd have to look through the
because we migrated here when the English were migrating into Ireland.
So we are actually from the pure Irish.
Yes, and Celtic, and we ours is Celtic.
We are purely Celtic. Well, no, other than
except for all of our stuff that's not
like French.
We have English. We have so much English.
And French.
But our Irish ancestry is actually Celtic ancestry because it's either straight from the very first.
A lot of people who claim
the first
Celtic
tribes of Ireland, and we go back to the lairds of Scotland. We go back to MacGregor.
Yeah, MacGregor.
The first and second.
When I learned that, I got so excited.
And so our Celtic ancestry is actually Celtic, but our family left Ireland before the English invaded, or when the English were invading.
I think when.
So I think that was before the famine, but I don't know because that's not.
We also have Italian in our ancestry.
Do we?
A little bit, I think. I think you mentioned it. From your dad's side.
Maybe. My dad's side's a little confusing. Because we haven't taken a DNA test, so I don't know.
I want to, but they aren't 100% accurate either. So.
But Andrew took it, and he was like 30% Italian.
Which totally makes sense looking at him.
Yeah.
Except right now with the long hair.
But he already knew that ancestry came through his dad's side because they are Italian. So, will I be able to go home tomorrow? Yes.
Decidedly yarn.
Yes. Izzy's going home tomorrow.
Ugh.
Izzy, do you have a home to go to right now?
The smell of the beef isn't even coming through like the door. It's coming through the vent. Because if the vent wasn't on, I don't think I would be smelling it.
I feel like this has been really interesting conversation.
We started talking about asparagus and then started talking about the Celts.
We've talked about languages. We've talked about food. We've talked about ancestry.
That's what happens when you don't decide what to talk about.
That's true. You know, I now understand why, because of the Frisian and language stuff, I understand why the Pilgrims left England and went to Holland before they came to America. Because it wasn't that far.
Makes sense.
And I wonder how well they knew the language. I mean, because Old English would have been gone by then. Wait, how many years ago? Yeah. Because that was... Yeah. That would have been probably...
It was more common
Middle
to
English.
learn other languages back then in some class.
I'm sorry, Izzy. That's hard.
If you were a noble or rich, wealthy person, like upper class, you didn't know more than one language, you were looked down upon.
But first of all, I don't know how upper class they were. They probably
middle class.
Were
also,
middle
they
class.
would know a few languages.
But would they have known German or Dutch? Because of whatever royalty, French would have been the language to know.
It, I guess, depends on other factors.
Yeah. I'm sure they learned it very quickly.
I learn languages very quickly if I have decent immersion.
Oh, hey, Janice. Do you have like a lot of like in your area, do they speak Pennsylvania Dutch, or did that kind of move out as the Amish moved like to Ohio and stuff? That's a fascinating question for me. I'm seriously geeking out on languages these days.
Like how I've been since I stopped learning French.
Sometimes things happen. I went through a phase of my life where I had something horrible happening every freaking time I turned around. And it wasn't the first time, but it was the worst time. And now it's been 5 years. Yesterday was the anniversary of my mom's passing and Easter. But I did okay.
2 big things relating to her on the same day was very fascinating. Especially since I didn't really have much of a response to it. I was like, oh, it's Easter. Oh, it's also the 20th.
Yeah. Since my mom passed away, we've had a hard time celebrating Easter. And so our Easter celebrations are
lacking the celebration.
But they're starting to come back a little bit.
We still have one tradition that we've held to.
Well, I'm trying to figure out when we're going to do that because Kalani works. And then you go to your dad's or they go to their dad's on Friday.
We could do it on my birthday.
Maybe.
Oh, no, we couldn't because they don't come home until later.
I don't know what time they're coming home. They're supposed
annoying.
to come home early. So, yeah, if you don't know, next week we'll be in much better moods. Next week, we're going to do our live here, and Chef Lori is going to come because ShiAnne and Chef Lori have their birthdays the same day. Their birthdays are on Sunday.
It's the day we celebrate not aging.
But on Monday, they're celebrating, and Lori's going to come be on our live so we can celebrate birthdays. And I know that Lori has plans to give away our journals on our live. And so it's going to be fun. We're going to have a party. Note to self, get balloons.
Get balloons and
Cake. This kind of cake. With a candle.
All kinds of cake.
This is not mine. This is Janice's.
Yes.
This is Janice's cake. All it's Nightbot. Lori said something though, didn't she? Nightbot, can you leave me alone? Izzy says, Nightbot, can you leave me alone? Nightbot says, Izzy, I don't feel like it. That's funny. That was so funny.
I've been making this thing with the frozen strawberries we have. Oh, I made it last night and I had extra. I made too much. But I've made it before, back when we had strawberries last time.
Okay, Lori said this.
Lori said what?
What kind of things did Grandma used to do or enjoy?
For Easter or just in general?
Both, I'd guess.
Well, in my lifetime, she enjoyed reading Amish books.
She did enjoy reading Amish books.
It's like the only books I ever saw her reading. But she was constantly reading. I think she would reread the same books, too.
Sometimes, maybe. She read some other books, but mostly the Amish books because she liked them. I didn't. But I don't dislike them. They just weren't my...
They weren't eventful enough.
Yeah.
I
and
tried
then...
to didn't work out.
Then she liked doing family history. Memorial Day is a day where we do a lot of stuff that my mom did. Because she liked going to all of the cemeteries.
That day hits hard. Because Memorial Day is one of the best days we would have with her. There are a few holidays that are heavily associated with her. Valentine's Day being one of them for me.
Yeah.
In elementary school, she would help us make our Valentine's mailboxes thingies for school.
Mm-hmm. She would get the little candy heart boxes with the chocolates.
She would also help make the Valentines to give to people. And she would give us a little box of chocolate that's like that big. And sometimes something else. Like I still have an emoji plushie she gave me. Stuff, yeah. Little stuffed bears from the Dollar Tree. And so around Valentine's Day, it's really hard to go places because I see those little boxes of chocolates. I see those little bears. And it's just like, wow. It doesn't help that also I broke up with my ex-fiance around Valentine's Day.
Lori's parents liked bowling, Jeopardy. So if I feel like celebrating, I usually do their birthdays and do something they like to do.
I'm trying to think what else she liked to do. She liked St. Patrick's Day.
Some of the things that she liked to do were things I remember from when I was a kid, but because she got hurt when I was 12, you don't remember those things about her.
What kind of things?
She was a tomboy. She loved playing basketball and coaching basketball and playing softball. And we used to go camping and fishing, and we played catch in the mountains, which is part of why I'm so excited that we got our pass to go up the mountains. and we're going to start playing catch.
Say it like a Utah.
I do say it like I'm a Utah.
Except Canyon.
So
Canyon.
I feel like finally I'm starting to kind of pull in some of those things that we used to do.
You're starting to pull out of your deep rest.
Yeah. I was very depressed for the last few years. And I'm pulling out of it. I'm starting to feel better.
Me too.
Your parents liked playing cards and dancing. My mom loved dancing, and then she married my dad.
We used to play Uno with her.
My
Go
dad
Fish.
didn't dance.
And dominoes, the domino game.
Mm-hmm.
I heavily associate with her, and it's actually one of the few games I do enjoy playing once I figured out how to play it.
Yeah. We should do that.
There's another game that I associate with her and Andrew. It's the potato and a half, pizza on my head, pancake on a stick. That one's a fun one. And pterodactyl. Honestly, she could have just taken her teeth out.
Pterodactyl.
She could have cheated.
She could have cheated.
She was so bad at it, too. She always got out in the first couple rounds.
It can happen. We had a friend whose father passed away the day before her birthday. And it's been really, really rough. And I kept telling ShiAnne, I was like, just give her a few more months. She has to go through the first, it's usually about a year and 3 months, because your first year when somebody dies,
you have to go through all of the things.
Your first 3 months, you're kind of numb because you're kind of in shock that the person's actually gone. Even if you knew they were coming or it was coming, there's a shock that you go through for like 3 months. And then you start all the firsts. So then you go through
their first birthday, your first Christmas without them, your first Valentine's
Day.
But
if those things happened in that 3 months, those don't count as the first because you're in a numb state. And so it usually takes about 15 months to a year and a half before people feel like that they're functional after a loss. And so when you've had multiple losses really close together, it's really hard.
We had a lot happen just in a very short amount of time. So we had a lot of things to process, including injuries. Like, I had a concussion at that time. She had her knee injury, which affected a lot of things. There were a lot of other things. I had a friend pass away.
Yeah. So we had a lot of loss a few years ago. And we're now finally starting to feel like we can function again. But it's like the first year and a half was like not functioning at all. And then it's functioning a little bit. And now it's been a few years. We're finally feeling like we can actually.
I finally feel like a person. My health has gotten better since New Year's. Like, it started New Year's. I finally felt like a human being. It was really weird.
So, yeah. Life can be a little bit interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying really hard to focus on happiness and positive vibes.
Sometimes you're better at it than others.
You know, actually, part of the problem is when my body is exposed to a lot of things that are not good for it, it's really extra hard to not. So there's a chemical thing happening.
I also have that.
Yep. And
like,
so
currently,
not eating.
My hormones are a little bit out of whack. And so I'm struggling to look at the good things a little bit this week. My hips hurt, and so I keep moving, but it doesn't help.
Yeah. I only didn't deal with my emotions when I was told by my intuition that I didn't have to force myself to feel them all at once. But I'm a very big believer in feeling your emotions while you go.
I have to force myself to feel my emotions because my coping mechanism is to shut off my emotions.
Okay. You guys, I know I've only been on for like an hour and 10 minutes and stuff. Oh. Perfect. I will use the Bitmojis. I haven't had dinner tonight, and I came in, I didn't start off in a great mood because of the stuff that happened at the store, and I'm definitely feeling, I'm starting to get a little bit on the hangry side because I need to eat. So
I feel like I'm on the sick side because I need to eat, and also the beef smell.
So I'm thinking, as much as I would love to stay on for a little bit longer, I'm thinking I need to like go to the store and stuff. Love you, Angela. Thanks for being here.
Oh, she's still on? I didn't know she was still on.
Yeah, she pops on. She does her crocheting or knitting, whatever she's working on, and then she listens.
So many people left, came back, left, came back.
It happens. Ooh, Chinese. I had Chinese. That was a problem. I love Chinese food. I shouldn't, but it's good. Anyway.
Why shouldn't you?
Because of what it's got in it.
That's an interesting belief.
I'm not in the mood to go there right now. Anyway, I love you guys. Thanks for watching. Be back next week when we celebrate birthdays. Yay!
I'm going to go do a research on what I can get for free.
Yes. Thank you. And get better. And everybody get better and be happy and create magic with all your stuff and all that stuff. Okay. Bye.